Welcome back to the Bayou Guerrilla Gardener. Today is the 26th of November, and I've been trying to pollinate these basil so that I can get some seed out of it for next spring. As you can see, there's some dead leaves on it. Well, dead slash dying. I'm literally just taking them off and then throwing them in to our other planters for some biomass, and so that they'll break down and return the good stuff that's in them back to the soil, hopefully. We'll show you up close. So I've been hand pollinating these. Let me try and find one that has seeds growing in it. So this one, that pod, has 4 little seeds on the inside. Yeah, there you go. And those seeds are not ready yet. They're still growing. So when they start growing, and this one, that one has 0. There's nothing in there. So none of the pollination happened on that flower head. So I've got to wait another few weeks for the bottom seeds to plump up and get ready. And then I'll probably pick them out and dry them. And those will be my basil seeds for next spring. I got quite a few, it looks like. Well, more than enough, but pollination wasn't that great. I really should look and see what insects help pollinate basil, because the fingers don't do it that well, apparently. We got, I think it's Monday, Tuesday of this week. It's supposed to get down to 33-ish degrees. So we'll see if the basil even lasts. I'm hoping it does. We might try covering it if we've got something to cover it with. But even if the basil doesn't, the seed should be all right. And at that point, I'll just take whatever seed pods are there off, and in the spring we'll see how many actually germinate. I mean, you can see I sort of stopped pinching it a little too late, I guess. I stopped pinching it probably 2 months ago, hoping it would go to seed, but it took forever for it to shoot up flowers. So I'm not going to get as much seed as I thought I was going to get before the first frost here of the season, which probably is going to happen either Monday or Tuesday night based on the forecast. At which point, what I'm doing is, well, all these leaves will be kaput, and I might just grab them all and put them over in the compost pile. We'll head over there next. All right, so it's been a little rainy this week. The bok choy, a couple of them are still growing, and maybe they'll head up. They should survive the frost. They're fairly frost hardy, so I'm hoping that they survive and still throw out a head before we get consecutive nights of actual freeze. This one, however, decided that it's done. It's bolting, i.e. it's throwing up flowers, and there's a little yellow there already. So I'm just going to let this one flower, and then again collect seeds for the spring, and see if I can start my own basic lines of them. The cucumbers, are they about the size of a pinky finger now? About the size of a pinky finger. I don't know if they probably won't survive the frost, and they're probably not big enough for seeds yet. So we're probably not going to get any cucumbers. My beans that I want for seed, I need to pick them because this one is rotting literally on the vine, it looks like. So I'm going to pick all of these and then dry them and plant them again in the spring, and hopefully they'll do better than they did this fall. So those ones are all ready. That one, not yet. This one looks ready. This one looks ready, and the rest we'll leave and see if they survive the frost or not. If they don't, we'll just pick them too. And then all the potatoes have basically said sayonara. This potato's still going, but I'm not even sure if it's worth digging up the ones that were here and over there, because I don't think they actually grew long enough to put tubers in the ground. But maybe I'll dig them up anyways and just see. And then the onion looks like it's doing well. It'll get hit by the frost / freeze. It should, as long as it doesn't rot over the winter, it should stay there and then come back in the spring when the temperatures get better. And then a surprise in the compost pile, which hopefully says that it's composting, is we threw a bag of old dry beans in here that we thought the rats had gotten into, and we have tons and tons of little bean plants, which is kind of sad because they all decided to sprout now versus the spring when they'd actually make it, because they're gonna sprout here, and then in another 2 days they'll probably all die from the frost. But maybe some of those beans that we planted will not germinate. I guess we didn't really plant. Maybe some of the beans that got dumped in with the compost pile will stay till next spring, and it'll do this again in the spring, and we'll have a whole bunch of beans growing in the compost pile. But that's it for the Bayou Guerrilla Gardener as far as what we've got going on. I'll update you when I think most of it will get hit either Monday or Tuesday. So next weekend, I don't expect to see anything but probably the brassica, the bok choy. This has been the Bayou Guerrilla Gardener. Please like, share, and subscribe.